It's Costa Rica and Paraguay at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, July 2nd in Copa America Group D action. Los Ticos versus Albirroja. In this group, Paraguay already eliminated with 0 points. Costa Rica have 1 point. Brazil 4. Colombia with 6. Now, Brazil could still jump Colombia for first place. Technically, they could still finish third and not even advance. But a lot of things would need to happen. Brazil to lose, Costa Rica to beat Paraguay, Costa Rica to verse a big goal differential between them and Brazil. Costa Rica currently -3 in the goal differential, Brazil +3. So in all reality, this game has very little to nothing on the line but pride. But there is the slimmest of slim hopes that Costa Rica could advance. The odds are against them though. Paraguay +100 favorites, the draw +230, Costa Rica +300, over 2.5 -137, the under -175. There's not expected to be goals in this game between two teams that don't generally score a lot of goals. For Costa Rica, Matchday 1 though, there was definitely a game with no goals. They drew Brazil 0-0 despite having next to no possession and no shots. Matchday 2 lost 3-0 Colombia. Versus Colombia, they were hanging around for a while until the Costa Rica keeper had a brain fart and basically just body checked a player in the first half, giving Colombia a PK in the 31st, converted by Luis Diaz. Then the floodgates opened for Colombia with Davinson Sanchez scoring in the 59th and Jan Cordoba in the 62nd. The scoreline will read 3-0. Obviously, Colombia were the better team, but Costa Rica were hanging around for a while like they did in the Brazil game until that PK just kind of crushed their momentum. Still, this young team, it's a young team. They have a lot of under 23-year-olds and teenagers playing in this team, and they've been battered in this tournament statistically. This game, they will be out forward Manfred Ugalde as well, who took too many yellows already. Now, versus Brazil, Brazil had 74% possession. The shots were 19-2. The shots on target were 3-0, and the corners were 9-1. Versus Colombia, Colombia had 64% possession. The shots were 17-5. Colombia, the shots on target were 5-0. Colombia and the corners were 4-2. So that's 19 shots and 17 shots against them in 2 games, and shots on target 2 and 5. And if you're doing the math, they've had 0 shots on target themselves. So this is not a very good offensive team here. Paraguay, Matchday 1, lost 2-1 to Colombia. They allowed goals in the first half, came out stronger in the second half. They scored. Both teams had 3 shots on target. They only had 32% possession though. Matchday 2 had a 4-1 loss to Brazil. They got battered, and Brazil were always in control of that game, but it was 0-0 until Vinicius got a goal in the 35th minute, and then the floodgates opened. Salvo in the 43rd, and another Vinicius goal in first half stoppage time to give Brazil the 3-0 lead at the half. Second half, Paraguay's Omar Alderete redeemed himself. He had an error in the first half, which led to a goal. He got on the score sheet himself early, 48th minute, cut the lead to 3-1. Brazil, though, got another PK. This time, Paquetá scored in the 65th. He had missed an earlier PK in the first half. Brazil goes on to win that game 4-1. Paraguay's Andreas Cubas took an 81st minute red card, so he will miss out here as well for Albirroja. Paraguay did have their chances, though, in that game. They did have 6 shots on target. They had 15 shot attempts. Brazil, 55% possession, 17 shot attempts, also 6 shots on target, and led in the corners 6-4. So despite that 4-1 scoreline, Paraguay did get some chances in that game. Head-to-head between Costa Rica and Paraguay, they've not played since a 0-0 2016 Copa America game, also played in 2015 in a friendly, drew 0-0 as well. Costa Rica's loss to Colombia snapped 4 games where the under had cashed for them. And also, this is the first time they've given up a goal in any of their last 4 games. They're 4-2-2, though, in their last 8, but they're 6-3-10 in their last 19. That's 10 losses in 19 games for Paraguay. Albirroja are winless in 6. They have 2 wins in 15, and they've been shut out in 10 of 15 games. In those 15 games, they have just 7 goals scored. They've also never won a Copa America game played in the USA. So, all of that together, let's come up with some possible best bets in this game. Like I've said, we have 2 teams that rarely score many goals here. I would still think Paraguay carries the possession in this game and will create some chances. I would rate them slightly better than Costa Rica here. The odds would agree, making them the favorites. Costa Rica have yet to register a single shot on target in this game. And this time, because they need to get the win here to have any chance of advancing, they cannot just sit back like they've been doing and absorbing pressure and hoping for a draw or maybe 1 counter goal here. They need a win. They need to have a massive 6-goal swing for any chance, and that's not something they're used to doing. Paraguay isn't Brazil or Colombia, but I would pick, if I had to pick a winner, probably still lean towards Paraguay. Both of these teams struggle to score. Both are not bad defensively. So the options, perhaps a Paraguay win, but they haven't won yet, and they don't need the win. They're already eliminated. The under, certainly in play, not a very great price at minus 175. Perhaps Paraguay to score and the under at minus 4. Paraguay to score and under 4, minus 150 is an option to me. Paraguay to score and under 3 at a better price at plus 140. Just could be risky if this game turns into a shootout because Costa Rica is forced to attack. Truthfully, to me, I think there's better games to bet than this. But if you are going to make this bet, both teams will certainly enjoy the step down in class from playing Colombia and Brazil. If this was earlier in the tournament, I'd say under or I'd say draw. I don't trust Costa Rica's offense with 0 shots on target, but they have to go for it. So let's trust that maybe they can get one, and by doing that, though, likely open themselves up and get scored on as well. So let's go both teams to score plus 105 for the bet in this game. What are your bets between Costa Rica and Paraguay? Share them down there in the comments. If you're looking for great sports betting odds and new customer promotions, then be sure to check out this link, signupexpert.com/shredthespread. You'll see some great bonuses, deposit matches, and new customer offers over there at that link. Check it out, and good luck with your Copa America bets.